Now it's official. We are a nation of silent worriers, spending on average 34 days of the year fretting, and many of us don't tell a soul what's bothering us. That's according to the website ReallyWorried.com.
Well, perhaps not surprisingly, money worries are the top concern this year, and Richard Rubin is the founder of the Really Worried website, and he's with me now. What, are you really worried at the moment?
No, I'm okay.
Well, there you are. You're in a minority, though, because your whole website is on the basis that we're all worried about something.
No, I'm not a minority. I'm actually generally a very worried person. Likewise, it appears most of us Brits are. Huge shift from the UK Worry Index last year, which we actually launched live on with Dermot on the sofa. No surprises, I don't think. Money issues. 6 out of the top 10 worries are all related to money problems. Interesting, last year, same time last year, we were talking about knife culture, ASBOs, global warming, our health. All of them dropped right down the UK Worry Index, and Really Worried are seeing a lot of people with money problems.
And when we say a lot of people, can we break these people down, as it were? Are men more inclined to worry than women? Are people from particular socio-economic...
Absolutely so. I'm going to try and get my stats now because I've been working on these. Women worry more than men, considerably more. The average woman right now is spending 7 years and 10 days of her life worrying, compared to us blokes.
Not consecutively, though.
5 years, 8 months and 23 days.
But is it big? Do men bottle it up and don't express the worries, and women do? Is there a...
Women are more likely to discuss their problems than men. One of the largest changes over the year is the amount of people actually bottling it in. 38% of worried Brits visiting Really Worried keep it to themselves. That's 50% up on last year. Talking about bottling it in, we're also hitting the bottle more. Another significant increase in drinking alcohol. 50% increase in the amount of 1 in 5 people returning to the bottle.
So there are some serious impacts on the level of, because of the level of worry that we're all experiencing.
25% of the nation's health has been affected this last year. Fact.
So, I mean, how does it work? How do you assess what it is? If people bottle it up, how on earth do you know what's worrying them?
How do I know? I'm simply the publisher. I'm the man behind ReallyWorried.com. I create this website for people from all over the world to come on anonymously and discuss what their worries are with anonymous people all over the world who might have been there themselves before. The best thing about Really Worried is it gives you the opportunity to share your problem. And the best advice that I could give somebody is, when there's something worrying you, come by and talk to somebody. Go online, go to Really Worried, talk to your mum, talk to your kids.
So problem shared really is...
It really, really helps. I know that for a fact.
Well, I have this awful director sort of thing. You know, you can share any problem you've got.
You will not be the first person right now with that problem.
But do we have any sense of whether people get their worries out of perspective? It's easy, isn't it, to get online and say, I'm worried about this, I'm worried. And then you think of what we're covering in the news today. We're looking at the Middle East. I mean, people there have reason to be worried. Is there a sense that we indulge our worry too much in this, in this country?
It's all relative, isn't it? Listen, the problems in the Middle East right now are terrifying. Really, really serious. But right now there'll be somebody worried about getting into debt, or they're terribly in debt, and they're going to be more worried than they are about the Middle East crisis. It's relative to their own personal circumstance. Talking about debt, I'm from the northwest, and debt is the biggest worry amongst people in our region. And as a result, we're actually creating a Really Worried About debt site, which really would serve a purpose, because there's so many debt advisory services out there who I really don't believe are giving the best advice for the person who's got the problem. I've actually identified a company I work with called Clear Debt, who I think will give absolutely spot-on advice in helping people get out of their worrying circumstances.
Richard, it's good to see you.
And good to see you too.
A happy new year with not too much
worry-free one.
Let's hope so. Good to see you. Thanks,
likewise,
Richard.
thank you.
Now, 28 minutes past 9. Britain was ill-prepared for a Soviet attack at the height of the Cold War. That's according to official government papers released today. A secret report from 1978 shows that the Prime Minister at that time, Jim Callaghan, was shocked to find the country didn't have enough missiles, planes or troops to defend itself.